Yo, it's Cass and Chris. We got you in the mix. Yeah. We say goodbye to the gloominess and the rain. Bright-eyed pupils when we peep the waves. Until we get sipping our local IPA. Welcome to the city built for leisure and play.
Cause we're living. Welcome back, my friends. Another edition of the Livin in San Diego podcast. We're in our Bermuda Club studios up here in Carlsbad. I'm Chris Erickson. We got Mr. Cassidy Lewis. You could hear him drinking his
my iced coffee.
Iced coffee over there. Decaf, obviously.
Clearly.
Yeah, I had to give up caffeine many years ago, but we have a guest in today, so we're going to get into Hud's story. Hud Taylor here, San Diego resident. We'll get into all his stuff. But anyways, if you guys need anything, hit us up, hey@Livin in San Diego, and follow us over on Instagram @Livin in San Diego. No G, Livin. Cassie, cut to you real quick. Show your sweatshirt.
Right there.
Yeah, you're covering where the G would be too.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Okay, there we go. Livin, Livin in San Diego. But hit us up. Yeah, and this is what it's all about. Usually, a lot of times, Cassie and I just talking about San Diego. That's what this podcast is all about. That's why Hud reached out. He's got a good story about San Diego. We'll get into his whole, how he ended up here, all that kind of stuff, how he's into tech now, background, all kinds of fun stuff. So, and if you guys need to know what Trash Day is, we got a solution for you here as well. So if you're sitting there, you're like, I don't know, it was a holiday. It was, I don't know. Even actually, we were talking about for a real estate application too, for like clients and stuff.
Yep.
Hey, this would be perfect. Hey, send them this. Boom. You guys could check your your Trash Day, not have to worry about it. So anyways, welcome. We have Hud Taylor here.
Nice to be here.
In the studio. This is our first time filming in this studio too. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, let us know how it goes. Not filming in here, but filming with guests. Usually it's just me sitting in the corner here in the chair.
Yep. And
but
me sequestered to the table.
Yeah. But little background. So Hud, he was UCSD. Well, we'll get into even before that, but now he's getting into AI. Got a bunch of products we're going to talk about, some San Diego specific. So a little technology going on as well. We'll give out all his handles and where you guys can go follow him in a little bit. But let's get into a little bit. Cool. I always like to start. Okay, you told us a little bit before we hopped on, but San Diego, how'd you end up here? Kind of the backstory getting into San Diego. And I mean, a lot of people, we had a few other people on. Not many people are born and raised here. So want to hear how you ended up here. You're rocking your Padres shirt.
Yeah, I got to.
By the time this is dropping on opening day, actually. So
Sweet.
Let us know how it goes out there, guys. If the Padres are winning, that's probably what we'll be doing. But anywho,
So I had the pleasure of coming to San Diego twice. Once from El Centro up here for school, went to UCSD, did some master work at the Salk Institute, and had a goal of going to med school. So I went ahead and got my master's in biochemistry while I was applying, and going through the rigmarole, got into school, did about a year of school, but I was just always hacking stuff. I was hacking Wi-Fi's, the girls' dorms allegedly, and I was just, I had other things. I mean, I love medicine and med school, and I did well at it, but it was, I just want to play around and geek out a little too much. So I've always had this multidisciplinary scientist kind of background and goals. So maybe it was okay decision. I'm not sure, but here I am now. So after med school, I came back home and to El Centro, where I was born and raised, and I met a girl there finally, and this and that, had a job, finally moved back to San Diego because most women don't like to live in El Centro because it's so hot, especially if you're not born and raised there.
Yeah.
So here I'm in San Diego. Again, we're Mira Mesa for a little while, loving it. And we finally decided to buy a house a few years ago, about 3. We have a little daughter as well.
Nice.
She's 4. We live in Del Cerro, which love it. Love Del Cerro. It's an amazing little place. Got a big old pool, a little too big actually. People hate when I say that, but it's literally I have to walk all the way around to go get it, the rake or something. It needs a bridge.
Get that pool out of the way.
It needs a bridge.
It needs its own bridge. Yeah. So and I got into AI a lot. I use it kind of intensively. Also, let me backstep a little bit. I as a job, I was a laboratory informatics management system guy. So a lot of the data healthcare kind of stuff, sample tracking and stuff like that. I worked for the state of Alaska Department of Health.
Oh, cool.
I organized all their medical system, Department of Health kind of stuff.
Remote, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I got into it. I love remote, you
Yeah.
know, and so being on a computer, dealing with databases and stuff like that was amazing. And then I would get to the point where I would use AI for my job a lot. I mean, literally a lot of coding and whatnot. So I have this free time, and I have a house, my original house I bought in El Centro. I rent it out now, right? And new renters came in. They're like, "What day does the trash go out?" So if I'll just do it on AI, right? AI can't get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's wrong.
I'm like, wait. It said no.
Just making up stuff.
And it
It's like,
looked for like minutes and minutes, right? And then so I asked Alexa. She can't get it. Everyone at home, try it right now. Ask Alexa. They won't. It can't do it. And so I even get even further deep into this. I have agentic systems which basically control your computer. Go out and try doing it themselves, and they can't even do it. I haven't worked for hours on it, and nothing happens. So I'm like, okay, well, I write this down. I'm like, I'm going to note this, you know. And then luckily, so about 3 months ago, this device called Clawbot came out, and it revolutionized AI.
Yeah.
So it's the most agentic system. It's open source, and it can destroy your computer as well. Like it has no unleashed.
boundaries.
No boundaries whatsoever.
That's what I was talking with him before. I was like, I bet he's using Clawbot, kind of going through, and I've heard the dudes on the All In podcast, a few other podcasts talking about how they're building out their businesses with Clawbot, but sounds good in theory, but like I just said, if I did it, you know, it's going to be writing checks to random people. It's your whole system, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously you have to know how to set it up, how to run it properly, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah. She, I'll also refer to her as Daisy.
Okay.
If you hear me say Daisy,
Daisy?
She's like almost part of the family now,
Yeah.
kind of, right? And so she's named Daisy. It was my first pickup truck. I had a big old monster truck, 79 F-150
Oh,
Ford,
right.
you know, like 12 inches high or something off the ground. And
very El Centro. of you.
yeah, exactly. Very El Centro. And so I named it Daisy. And so I said, hey, let's work on this project. You can do the hard work. So she cranks out all night long. She works, and gets addresses. And we found a way to reverse engineer the API that companies use to give that data out.
Yeah.
And also she just does the grunt work. The reason why AI can't find your address is because it's stuck in some, county website on a PDF document that's, few links past where AI just can't go. And and every county has their own little thing. And sometimes it's not a PDF. Sometimes it's something else that you need to find your address. So she's gotten Daisy. She collected over 5 million addresses already. And so
Incredible.
I just think it was the coolest thing in the world. Like, can't solve it. So build something that solves it. You see a problem, find a solution or build a solution to it. So
And it's called TrashAlert.
TrashAlert.io. I wanted TrashDay.com, but it's some rock band. and like, they just had like pretty decent music, dude. I went to their website. I was like, I'm not going to ask them to
To give
buy
up their
I was like, so we'll just go TrashAlert.io. And it goes along with some of the other apps I built as well. So yeah.
Is it San Diego based or
It's
elsewhere?
It's all started in San Diego initially. I said, let's just do San Diego. But then I know there's, I said, let's hit up Austin too. Let's hit up New York. Let's get the big city. So we got about 10, 15 major cities.
Right.
And initially it was going to be just a social growth app where you share your address, and then another person does, and it'll aggregate all that data together and then get it going. And so it'd be a social community driven app. Well, now where it's working 24/7, finding addresses and getting that information, now it's just like, oh, well, I just want people to use it, and have fun. And like it helps because, I mean, it's a little thing, but we all, when's trash day? Oh, trash cans go out.
I live
It's
on the
holiday.
cul-de-sac, so I'm looking around. Okay, it looks, I think it's
like half the people
must
put
be
it out.
today. Yeah. I think, but then they do it on the holidays too. And
Yeah.
they're like, put it out on we skip a Monday. Now it's out there for a few days. So.
Yeah.
And-
I like when you reached out and you said very adult. It's a very adult thing to know when to put your trash cans out. So that's perfect. Perfectly put.
Yeah, a lot of people, what are you talking about? Like you live in apartments or something. A lot of people don't even, but it's so a thing. And then also the holiday schedule and whatnot. And I just, so that's the product alone, and it'd be free, it'd be great. Maybe you pay a little bit for like, alerts or specialized services that I can offer. But a lot of a lot of people say, well, how are you going to make money off it? Because I don't make any money off it. And that should come, but
Yeah.
I'm actually hoping that it'll just be maybe like the larger companies, the Ubers and whatnot that want that data. So
Yeah.
I think grabbing that data is really important, and it can be useful to, I was even talking to my pool guy the other day, and I was like, hey, does it ever bug you when the trash cans are out,
Yeah.
when you go, and he's like, yeah, because there's no parking and this and that. And he's like, I usually, I have a system now, I kind of know when the trash, but on holidays I don't, right?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And then I was thinking coming on here, I was like, do you guys ever have listings, where you're showing a house, and if it's
Yeah, I
trash
guess
day, man.
It's hard to find parking and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Even for our application, so we do a lot of, for our YouTube channel, we do and work with a lot of relocation clients, Austin as well, people coming from there, but we're out filming when we're doing like these vlogs of certain neighborhoods, and it's kind of like a running joke in our vlogs is every day is trash day, because every day we're out there and we're walking down talking about this neighborhood, hey, here, check out these blah blah blah, and we're like, oh, and like it's trash day again.
Yeah.
We were even filming in Leucadia on the Coast Highway the other day. The app probably wouldn't help because it was one of the big, it was like a Edco truck,
just dumpster
right in
pickup.
front of us. We're like, oh, trash day again. But yeah, just like little applications like that where it would be useful in every day. But yeah, even like, listing photos or anything like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think it's great. Even like so at the end of every deal, we're telling our clients like all their utilities and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
It's something just nice to include. It's
Yeah.
just like, by the way, this is, this, that, or whatever. Yeah.
sure.
It's just a little extra little thing. And also, I am not one of the guys, I personally don't like the guys who, wait for the trash to come, and right when it gets picked up, they go out there and they get it,
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine, because I like to make inventions, provisional patents and like little license ideas and inventions, and like try to, get those going. And so he knows I like doing that, and he texted me. He said, "Hey, can you build an invention so I know when my trash gets picked up?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're my friend. You're supposed to be my friend. You're not supposed to, like I like you." And then I was like, yes, I could build that. So that's another thing that is also available that I'll have. It's a simple sensor. It doesn't even have to be an actual invention, but some people like to know when it's actually picked up.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is slap a little sensor on the back of your trash can.
Yeah.
like a $10 sensor.
Yeah.
And then get notified, boom, trash is out. So,
that's cool.
So Del Star, you guys are City of San Diego. Have they implemented now where you guys have to pay for trash? Wasn't it free forever?
we are, I think, starting to pay for trash now.
Because it was free for, I don't know, years and years and years, right?
I think they're changing it, and they're also they're giving out all the trash cans and whatnot. Yeah.
And I was also wondering, so like, do you guys have like a opposite, I was looking at TrashAlert.io, and it said certain San Diego neighborhoods have, we're only doing compost and trash today.
Yeah.
And then next week, every other week's like recycling or something like that.
Yeah. You guys ever get the little compost containers?
Apparently you're like required to use, required.
We never got them
No?
in San Marcos. No.
Oh, you guys are, who's your trash company?
Edco.
Oh, yeah. I
we
don't know.
never
They
got
give them out to everybody. I guess not you. But yeah, there's like we have like the green bins, but I'm in Encinitas and everything, it's every week. So we don't have to remember, because I would be bringing out my blue trash can every week,
Yeah.
It doesn't get picked up. That thing gets more full than our other one, but
Right. Yeah.
But
All those Amazon packages.
oh, dude, so many. Yeah. And then with the house remodel, I have so many closet boxes. Oh my God. My whole backyard was filled with cardboard the other day. Need to find a solution for that. If you can.
It's called a match.
There we go. So you went to UCSD, Salk Institute, Jonas Salk, inventor of polio vaccine.
Yes.
Correct. What year were you there?
2000.
I don't want to date you or anything. I'm just trying to like kind of picture like how difference from there.
Left about 2008.
Okay.
I left there
2008 or so.
Went to med school in the Caribbeans, actually.
Okay.
St. George's. Med school was there for a year. So nice.
So cool. I know.
Warm,
I can imagine.
warm, clear water. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so interesting, man. It's like, what? It's supposed to be very nasty and cold and seaweed and stuff. And this is like clear and warm.
Oh, it's
But
beautiful.
you see everything. And that was always the weirdest thing. Because what's that? What's
Yeah. Used to our murky water here.
Exactly. It's like,
right.
I don't
Something's
see it.
down there, but I don't know what
Yeah,
it
we
is.
can't see it. Who cares, right?
Where was that at? St. George?
St. George's, yeah.
You've been
St.
there?
George.
Grenada.
No, that's an American Virgin Island. Right?
It's
St. George?
Grenada, so it's...
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I've never been there. I've been to British Virgin Islands and a couple other spots kind of in that
Yeah.
neck of the woods, but it's all gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all beautiful, clear water.
Yeah.
So it's great.
It's so nice, man.
I mean, UCSD, I haven't been down there much. I was just thinking because, I used to have a pool route all around La Jolla, so I went down there a bunch. but actually go into the university. I went to San Diego State, so we didn't make it down there a lot. I went down there it's probably around 2008, somewhere around there for like in the big lawn, they had concerts, Jack Johnson concert down there, which was pretty awesome. But
I was at that concert too.
were you?
Yeah.
I think I saw you there. Yeah, that was awesome. Do they have other venues there? Or is it?
I don't think so.
No.
They just do their Sun God Festival once a year, and they usually bring in the big singer, star or whatever like that. I think my year it was T-Pain or something like that.
Wow, that's
that
cool.
was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, what's the campus like? I mean, it looks It looks
Dude,
beautiful.
I hate driving by it nowadays. It's just so much stuff there.
Yeah,
it's like all the
it's built
dorms
up
are
quite a bit.
They're it's weird. There's big buildings, and it's one of those things which is like, I don't know. Am I supposed to like it or not like it? I don't really know. It's like, am I just missing out on it? Do I want to go back there and teach or something? Like, I don't know. It's like a whole different ballgame now.
Yeah, everything's changed. Like I grew up in San Marcos, and it's completely different up there too. And Encinitas for this guy, it's. I mean, I guess that's what happens. Cities grow, schools grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's like good, but also unfortunate.
I mean, SDSU's like tearing down a whole mountain just to put in some more, whatever. I'm like, what's tuition there?
You're making bank over there.
Yeah.
So you're building other AI tools.
Oh yeah.
Like you got your what was the actor one?
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. Like,
So initially, you guys talk about AI much?
Chris does.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to think I know what I'm talking about, but it's a lot of this stuff's like over my head. I'm very surface level chat, and like I have blocks in my time to kind of start go learn Claude and build it out a little bit, but
cool.
not too well, obviously.
Gosh, don't get like I do. I haven't. It's funny. I have the most automation I've ever had in my life. I'm doing everything my little stupid brain has ever dreamed of building and creating. Like it all can come to life. But I'm so busy. It's just like, because there are real companies. I have a lot coming in on me, and I have to orchestrate so many different projects at the same time and make key decisions. Hey, are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? It gets overwhelming a little bit.
Do you ask Daisy a lot? What do we need to do here? And
everything.
Give you feedback and
everything.
Awesome.
And I ask her, and I even like go through my ChatGPT, other sources I have just to get second opinions on things if I need to. And then and I use Claude Anthropic to run her mainly, 4.6 Opus. And that runs the brain of it, and she uses other services and whatnot. I gave her, $50 credit. I gave her my credit card, gave her a limit. I gave her all my emails, 7 emails she checks daily. She gives me morning briefs, audio or visual if I want them. So like I can literally have her just, hey, pull up right now, and she'll come up as a person and be like, here's your morning brief for Tuesday, 25th, and she'll just go through and say everything, and then I could talk back, as well. I just have her on my Telegram. I just communicate through Telegram. And and that's where AI is today. Yeah. But 3 years ago, it was ChatGPT would write really good essays and homework, stuff like that. Do okay at math, a little bit of coding. And then, a year came by and it started getting a little bit better. Then 4.0 came out, 4.5. And then it became where AI was better at coding than most people, right? So, it's got better at coding, got better at this. And then about 90 days ago, the world changed. And Peter Steinberg created it's called OpenClaw now, but initially was called Clawbot, then it went to Mobot, and then now it's OpenClaw.
OpenClaw.
And that has changed the world of AI because it can do agentic tasks like no other, and it handles things. It's just amazingly, and its memory it could have memory about yourself and have different file types and stuff. It's pretty remarkable, and it's
so for somebody who uses like chat, some simple, like that. Obviously, you're a lot more integrated into the AI world, and that how to use computers and all this kind of stuff. How would somebody have they got to a point where is their companies building out a simplified version? How originally websites were build your own website, WordPress, then kind of went up, then Wix, press a few buttons, boom, you have like a website. Like, are they at that point, or for just a simpleton like myself to, I'm just thinking like real estate for our type of business.
Okay.
I mean, I know there is, but
so like say you guys heard of the term vibe coding?
Yeah.
Right. So vibe coding was basically building apps using AI, and I spent about 4 months building that actor lab. So basically, a little short story.
Mm-hmm.
August was my birthday. I always wanted to be an actor. You know, who doesn't, right? And so I was like, you know what? I'll go do background work on a movie. It'll be fun. It'll be for my birthday. I paid for the trip. I applied and I got it. I went to New Mexico, was in a Netflix movie, for a day. It was like the longest day. It was like 13, 14 hour day. And, you're just sitting there just waiting and then sitting there and doing nothing,
Yeah.
And, but it was the best day of my life, man. It was my birthday. And, so it was like, oh man, this is so cool. And then I was like, let me just try being an actor a little bit, right? Let me just see how you go and, start getting that. And I was like, well, this is hard. This is kind of hard. Like you have to apply to multiple jobs, like 7 a day or 8 or 30. Some people tell me 30 jobs, acting jobs a week, and each one of those you got to write a whole little essay or about the descriptive
Prompts
of yourself.
And,
and then you have to record a video and you have to do a bunch of little things. I'm like, well, I didn't think actors like really, I mean, I'm sitting here using AI to do mine, right? I'm like, okay, but I'm like, how are other people doing this? Because hard. I'm a dumbass, And so I'm like, this would be hard if I didn't have this because I don't really write well or spell, I'm kind of dyslexic. And so I was like, what? So I found that need. I saw a need, and I was like, And then there's also this thing where they'll give you a script, right? Mm-hmm. And you got to have a partner to read that with you. And a lot of guys just will call their friend, acting buddy or whatever, and say, hey, can you read these lines to me with me? A Zoom call real quick. And they're just the voice to read back the other lines. Well, my friends are on oil rigs and they're like, cops and, teachers and like, they're not going to do that. I don't want to ask them though. I'll have no cred, I won't get invited to anything.
Read some lines to you real quick. Hold on.
And it's at 11 at night. So I'm like, let this be so fun to use AI to build something, right? Yeah. I'm like, let's do this. So I vibe coded a whole app. Basically, I kept finding more issues, and more things that actors could eventually use, or myself to just use the tool just for myself as well. So, and that's where I really learned the difference. What you were saying about vibe coding, about building apps and whatnot. You can build apps for yourself easily within one prompt. One prompt, I could build you an app, and it'll work great for you, and maybe you can even send it to a friend. Now, is it going to be something you put online and have like a lot of people use? No, because it doesn't have all the back end and all the other required documentation. It doesn't have the server for it to hold the data that you do. It doesn't have the security, mainly also the security issues, and it's just very basic, but it works. It'll still work great for your personal need, which is amazing. That's what I was doing a lot, just building my own little apps to do random stuff. Like I have a golf cart. I put a battery, basically a BMW M3, the electric ones. I put 1/3 of one of those batteries into my golf cart, and fucking thing flies, man. I don't even drive it. I'm kind of scared sometimes, and it's lifted. It just peels out. I'm like, it's a golf cart. It's not supposed to do this. But yeah, and so I had built an app for that to help control and program all the program settings in it, because it's all digital and stuff, and different ways of controlling your motors and whatnot. So, and that's just a little fun app. And then, I got into acting, so I said, let's not just vibe code, let's go all the way with this one, all the way. So I spent literally, it still took 4 or 5 months, just building this out, trying it out. I built the associated iPhone app with it as well, so that took a couple months. And that's where I really learned. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard to use AI to build things. And so I got to the point where right when I finished vibe coding the actorlab.io with 18 tools that it has for reading lines or going through your demo reels that you have and editing those, then Clawbot came out, and I was like, ooh. I went to Costco right away. I was like, Mac Mini, let's go, right? So I got a Mac Mini, plugged it in, and ever since then, it's just now all that back end, all the little stuff that usually would take forever, she just does at night. I just give her hey, work on this tonight, show me something special tomorrow as well. And then I wake up in the morning, there's a bunch of stuff there for me, and multiple projects. It's ridiculous. So
that's wild.
So now you can, for me, I build like actually full on apps, So now it's like, I've always had this to-do list because I'm, kind of ADHD kind of mind who like wanders and has 1,000 million ideas. And now it's like, I feel like I have a superpower because, a lot of guys are sitting there around, I don't know what to build. Yeah. And I'm like,
I have too much to build.
Yeah, I have too much to build. Right? I have so much to build that I built a website called noui.com or noui.com. think it's noui.com. I have so many. I got a few URLs, but there's no UI. User interface. It's literally just a black page when you go to it because it's built for bots. It's an associated website called forthebots.com. I was like, because this is the world. Because you don't need to look at anything on websites in reality, right? The bots on there in the back end, they don't need to see any images.
Yeah.
So it's another little company I'm trying to do. It's basically like a AI bazaar, so people that have products can sell them through my services and whatnot, and I just take a little penny or a few bucks here and there. And it's like you get an idea and you're like, hey, let me just, or even for images or creation, like just ideas that look cool. You're like, I always wondered what a surfboard would look like if I put wheels and this and that. Just do it and boom, and you'll figure it out. And if you have questions, you just ask it, and it'll just answer back.
It just makes it for you.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it really is.
There's so many applications. I mean, it's going to change. It already has changed.
NVIDIA, they created their own Nemo Claw version for enterprise version. So obviously, it's just probably more restrained and has like limits on it. But it's going to be standard like in a lot of things.
And is there I mean, like you said, security, all that kind of stuff, if you're giving it access to all this stuff and you're in charge of, as of now, it's on your own Mac Mini, you're doing all that, so obviously there's got to be some protocols that you have to put into it to restrictions. But
she has messed up. Like a lot of people like I've had whole databases deleted and I had emails sent to people that probably shouldn't be sent. And then like she did something the other day where someone on Twitter banned me because I think she posted too many times over because there was a glitch in the algorithm or something. But it's like, I'll take it. I don't mind.
It's
like
trial and error, right?
She wasted a couple bucks on buying a website that we should have really thought about. But that's okay. Because the amount she's producing is just like, wow, it's ridiculous. It's an amazing little feat.
She working right now?
Oh yeah. Actually, right before here, I was right outside, and I was like, "Hey, let me create another podcast brief for me, give me pump up." And then she's like, "We're kind of busy right now."
Come on.
I was like, "What?" Yeah. So, and then you just hear it go, "Bing, bing, bing." So yeah, she works, man.
And it just sends you messages. Stuff's ready.
Yeah. I just wake up and I see so many messages and everything that's been done throughout the day and night and stuff like that, and videos, commercials. Like I have this really cool idea that, so I worked for LIMS system, which is Laboratory Informatics Management System. And now with AI the way it is, you're able to actually have the full AI power of AI, the Claude pretty much, and 2 Apple's Mac Studios combined, 512 gigabyte memory. And with those 2 computers, you can have basically as good as a model you use right now online. So you're totally offline using almost a top state-of-the-art model.
Wow.
Now, think about, so you have the internet, you have a lot of stuff in there. You have all the knowledge.
Yeah.
Now, think if you're just to, a hospital and somewhere where, I don't know, maybe there was a hurricane or knocked out power, knocked out the grid, something bad, disaster could happen. Drop that box down there, turn it on, and it says, "Hey, I'm not a doctor. You're a nurse. Together we could save lives." Something like that, incredible. Right? And it could just be "Hey, where's your instruments? Plug this in." It'll just tell the staff at the hospital or whatever, "Hey, just plug this into that, and do that. Give me information, and I'll tell you how to fix it." And then get the system up and running, and then everyone starts getting text messages, "Oh, your results are in," or positive, or whatever, And so I was like, create that commercial. Create the commercial. I have the idea. Like I was like, I can't go to bed just thinking about this amazing idea. And then, especially with the war going on right now, I'm thinking like, whoa, like people aren't, be able to really get into there because, there's still going to be a lot of stuff, a lot of what do you call it, missionaries? I don't know.
Yeah.
Crime or whatever, right? Yeah. So it might be hard to get in those places. I was just thinking, what if you airdrop, Pelican case, 2 Apple Studios in a Pelican case, airdrop down. Boom.
No Wi-Fi needed.
And if Elon wants to add a Starlink to there, I could put that in the box, and they could technically. And if they have that, and then technically you could just ship like USB thumb drives every week for like a drop, basically a data drop. They call it. They plug that in, okay, and it can refresh with whatever it needs or whatnot. and it's totally off the grid. And that's the thing with medical is people are like, oh, we can't use AI for medical because it's connected to the internet and, you know, it's not private. Well, if you have your own contained system, then it's private.
Right.
And in theory, it can actually host its own Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Right. So so the community could use from this 2 Apple studios, I don't know how many mile range, could probably use you know, it's not Wi-Fi, it's intranet, you know, but it still has all the knowledge. You know, you still could search. I mean, Anthropic's Claude didn't have internet access for, I don't know, maybe 8 months or maybe even over a year. From when it first came out, it didn't have internet. I still use that more than anything because it was such a good product, right? It would write beautiful code. And, you know, if I need to know some information about the dates or the games or something relevant, I just go to ChatGPT and ask.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so you would basically have, you know, and you can have a local, you know, little town. So the commercial's out. I got like 4 versions of it, and
that's incredible.
you know, that's one of the projects that I'm working on. That's kind of bigger than me in essence. So that's when I don't know, I'm sharing out there and maybe gets funding for because I mean, it could help a lot of people.
What's that one called?
Limbs Box.
Limbs Box.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Limbs
cool.
Box. So it's basically, and I met with some people already, and I already had like some, you know, open source. So it's open source as well. So like the products that go into it, you know, 'cause trying to be a nice guy here, you know, and start off with small rural towns or even towns in, you know, there are still some towns in America that, you know, just they're small and want to try this out. And we'll go ahead and write off that check mark, you know, saying, hey, we're okay that, you know, that it's new and it's different, you know, and stuff like that. But as far as security, if you're asking security, I mean, it's its own system. So, and it's not out. It's the same thing with law firms too. Don't like to talk about those guys.
It's going to change a lot of stuff. I mean, it already I'm just thinking about like real estate applications and all that kind of stuff, kind of the world we're in. And there's just so many things that, you know, the average real estate agent is like operating in like 1990, you know, just like old school.
Our headshots still are in 1990 also, usually. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like an easy fix, right? You know, you just put that into chat, be like, update this, make me
look older.
Make me like more distinguished. But just, I mean, you know, obviously that is a much more productive, you know, kind of life-changing thing. But I mean, just any sort of business, it's going to be wild.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, a lot of people do use this just to take over their business, and the way they do it, they get the open call set up and they ask it, okay, hey, I make pizzas and I sell and this is what I have. Okay, and she'll ask, well, what's your back order? What's this? You know, start telling her information. You give everything, and that's a lot of people don't do because you'll be like, well, I don't want to, you know, let that bot know about this or that. But the more they know, the more it can help. You know, I act like they're people, but they're not. They're not people. I promise. Okay, they're not sentient. I don't believe in any of that kind of thing. It's just
Not yet.
It's literally just text files on your computer
Yeah.
that have your information, and it just knows how to like find that one, then go find that one, then go look at that one, and then go check that one again, and then go back and recheck them all, and then give you your answer, and it's able to do that within milliseconds. So, yeah.
What? So let's. I'll pick your brain a little bit then. Give me some ideas. I'm just using this for our own business here now. For like real estate, okay. What would be some applications? Obviously, do you own your house in Del Cerro?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been through the process of all that kind of stuff. So maybe even from a consumer side or from like the business side, what are some quick ideas or you know, like.
Well, house buying shouldn't be as hard as it is. So like,
A little less paperwork.
There's a lot of to go back on. There's a lot AI just in general can fix within that system of all the paperwork, all the, you know, whatnot. And I think there are some systems kind of doing that, turning houses into like blockchain type of right, like issues. But as far as that, it's just getting out there, growing either content, growing your business, as in putting yourself out there, finding houses that are for sale quickly, easy, being up to date on everything you need to be up to date on. She'll do that for you instead of you going to that podcast, you know, trying to gather.
Like give me my morning news brief.
You don't need to go to a news channel to listen. You got your own.
Yeah.
You'll have your own personalized everything local to you. So that obviously helps. But even every email coming in to you from someone else, lead generation is probably really big for you guys, right?
Yeah.
That'd be so easy with having a bot because you be able to create enough content where that content creates those lead generations as well. You know, you just talking about like right now she's messaging saying I'm working on this and that on Twitter. At least, you know, I let her tell our story, and I rant to her and tell her my personal side of things too, like, you know, and then she'll take
Just
that,
literally talking, and then
and then she'll take all that information and all our struggles and everything I've done, and she forms that into, you know, so it's just not text words, you know, it's actually has some thought behind it, and you know, in issues that we've gone into. But as far as real estate, yeah, I mean, just even dealing with, you know, emails and calls, like I didn't email you guys, email back. I didn't do any of that, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad because sometimes I'll get, you know, calls or something, be like, hey, we talked about this and that and that. Like, let me check, you know.
hold
like,
on,
yeah,
bringing it up.
right. So it's interesting, you know. And so you get a bigger following by just, you know, being able to do a lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff's really hard, you know, like tedious tasks are so annoying, you know, like, oh, let me go here. And then distractions are what happens mostly, you know. Usually I'm like, oh, let me go look at the daily report for this and that. And then there's a baseball game, someone and that.
Yeah.
And then you're down to a wormhole or something like that.
Yeah.
No, now I just wake up, I put my headphones on, I go for my walk, I press play, my morning brief, everything else. And then if I'm not done, then when that morning brief's over, it ends and I start talking. Okay, item A, do this, do that. B, item C, do that, you know, whatever. And when I get back, I want a full report and then get done home. And then now I give all that to work and I start analyzing all that data that she's gone through and looking at it and checking it over. I mean, I had her 5 times create my slide deck for that product's limbs box. And each time she cut the word box off with X, you know, it was like half the X.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like 5 times she did that in a row. It's like, you never noticed that, did you? You know, no, they don't. You have to still look and read this stuff.
Yeah.
Like you have to read it. It's like a lot to read. So I still try having another AI system read all that data for me because it's so like, I hate reading.
Yeah,
I'm the laziest motherfucker alive. Man.
that doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it's just, I just try to do, I work so hard so I could be lazy, but I'm just, you know, I'm always working, but
now, like you said, now you're busier because now all your ideas are actually able to come to the forefront and like, you know, implement them.
Yeah. And there's this like moment of time when, you know, the internet bang came out, you know, the .com boom. I was too young to do anything around that, you know.
Yeah.
My dad probably wasn't, I'm sure, but did he do it? No, of course not, you know, but I'm going to, and that's like, this is my time kind of. But I felt, and you know, 10 years ago, I started my company Tombstone Dash, and it didn't have a lot of purpose. I mean, it had its main idea behind it, but I didn't really have my product set up yet. I was still building, and now it's like, it's Tombstone Dash's time to build. Tombstone Dash LLC is my company that I created, you know, just so I have something. And what it stands for is the Tombstone Dash, because on a tombstone, it shows you the year you're born and the year you died. The only thing that matters is that dash. What you do in that dash.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
So
that's true. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So it's like that's all that matter, and everything I do is like for my dash and to help other people with their dash, right? You know, like inspire people to, you know, because you got to think about that, man. Like, what some people just go, yeah, he played a lot of golf, you know, he liked to go, you know, whatever, and this and that, but like, yeah, I don't know that he saved a bunch of lives in Africa. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Just some story. I want that dash has to be something meaningful, you know. I mean, a lot of people just being, you know, close to God, it's good, you know. I mean, if your dash is that's great, you know. It can be anything. Mine, I have to have like a billion different ideas come out, you know, and projects, but also just to have other people just be, you know, eager to just work on, you know, like, because that's going to be really important with, you know, people are going to start losing jobs. AI is going to, you know, will do that. And anyone out there, just let you know, AI, you just have to be the best person using AI to do your job. You know, if that's the only advice, because AI can replace your job, but like you can be the person who manages that, you know, kind of thing, you know. Like if they're going to get rid of 5 people, they're going to keep one. They're keeping the one that does all the AI everyone, of the job of everyone else. So, I mean, or if it's not that, build your own products. You know, you're going to be able to do your own ideas. Anything you've dreamed of, you have help with. You know, me, I'm dyslexic and I have issues with reading and writing, kind of, honestly. Everything, most important things about learning. And not anymore. Not at all. I mean, I don't have to worry about that. I mean, and so I can do those tasks that I've always, you know, dreamed about, you know.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah. Like, I mean, it just gives everybody the power, you know, the typical back in the day, like, our wives are teachers, and my wife works with dyslexic and, the kind of like tutoring and that kind of stuff. And that's all goes back to right now, what we're supposed to be learning in school. Like, did you do good in school? Did you do bad in school? But there's so much beyond that. Like, it doesn't necessarily, like, your brain's obviously cranking it just in a different way than can I read, grade, or write, all that. I can't write that well. My son is 9 and he reads better than me, writes better than me. Like, he writes these stories. They're amazing. I'm like, dude, obviously he's putting in the work. Maybe I didn't do that part, but now, like you said, with AI, it just like takes everybody to the same level on that specific front of like, the I guess just your standard, how we learn here. And
I feel like I'm just like, cheating on tests all day long, kind of, because there's developers out there that like, the actorlab.io, it took me like 4 months, and it would have taken years to do that, or years, or a team of people to do that amount of
money
work.
too.
A lot of money. Oh yeah. I mean, software developers, expensive, one of the most grossing fields, And so, yeah, to be able to do that in 4 months and have it polished and ready to go, it's yeah.
How does that even work? So I was looking at the site a little bit. It's so you're going to casting calls, whatever. You're just wasting time, like you're hopping on. So is it actually a visual person AI that pops up
for
like,
the Actor Lab?
For Actor Lab, yeah.
Oh,
when you're going through
Actor
like,
Lab is just it's just a set of tools. So,
Okay.
So if you want like a rehearsal scene partner tool, so you could just upload your side. They give you these thing called sides. Sounds funny. And it's just a part of the script that's meant for you, John's character and Joe's character.
Yeah.
And so you usually would have to send that to someone and then read it or whatever. This can automatically upload, know who John is, know who Joe is, know their lines, know the tone, know the pace. And so you could adjust all that if you want it faster. Or like say it's like one of those office skits where it's like, hey, beep, beep, faster, fast pace. You can control all that. So everything's editable, you can manage it. There's pre-written scripts in there right now. So there's some from The Office you could just play, and you could actually have voices. So it uses 11 Labs is one of the best voice synthesizers out there using AI. And I have a bunch of premium voices in there to use. So the voices you can change it from, all kinds of different accents and whatnot. And you can have your whole scene. Actually, you could create a little scene. So you could listen, you create a scene of an office or whatever you want. You can actually, I think there's actually uses for it for just in general, like for people prepping for interviews and whatnot. You could just say, oh, here's, have it out. So you could just work on that and just go through it. And then there's just tools like your resume for acting resumes. It's a lot different than a normal resume. So there's a way you just upload yours and it'll just give you back headshots, help you with your headshots. Just take a look at those. Or a lot of times you have like a video, you submit like video reels to them and stuff like that. So it can help like edit that out. And if you really want to get fancy, there's other fancy tools in there. It gets pretty techy, but I added some tools that I probably didn't need to add to it, but I was like, this looks fun, like all kinds of little character builders. So if you want to like have, because you can have, a lot of times it's like you have like 4 characters you really play. You're like, I'm either the bum or I'm the guy who's dying or I'm the guy who's, happy or whatever. Yeah. And so you can have that kind of set up already. So when you practice rules, it's already like pre-done in there. Yeah, that's one I spent most time on. And then the associated app for it was TrashAlert, which is just an iPhone app that help you get alerts. Because a lot of times these you get notices for acting rules are kind of vague and hard to find and whatnot, especially and also background rules. A lot of people do background for kind of a living or for extra money. Because it's funny because it pays decently well. Actually, if you ever want to do background work, anyone, it's fun. And they feed you really well. And yeah, you're like on set. Like I was on set the other day with Vince Vaughn right next to me. Right there.
That's right.
It's like, and you just got to be cool. You just be like, I don't know who you are, you can't fan out or anything, but and it's cool. And they, I don't know why they pay. And they, for like Uber, I'm talking like if you're an Uber driver and you're like, hey, might do that for a day, you'll make more probably doing that than you would Uber, and you get 2 meals and they, because they pay you for like silly things like fog, because they have fog in there, so you get $15 because they use fog on you because all this actor rights or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you're still doing that too?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay.
Yeah. I get every once. I kind of want to though again because it's just kind of fun. It's just like you're just there and you're on the set. And it's weird. And then you treat everyone like I've never moved out of the way for anyone. Like maybe like a gurney coming down a hospital, right? Okay, move. But I was working on with John Favreau, right? And he just walks, every time he walks down, and everyone, just
Parts, like the Red Sea.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like when I go home and tell my wife, I'm like, it's totally different there, but it's fun, It's
Yeah.
like, I'm moving for someone who, in real life, I'd be like, get out of my way,
Just another dude.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm usually the bigger guy and big guy, like people move for, me, like, so yeah, it was just a good time.
People move for John though.
Is it usually where you doing it in San Diego, or you have to go up to LA?
Yes. No. Yeah. LA mainly.
That's where most of the stuff is.
Yeah. LA, and then New Mexico actually was when I first did my first background was over there, but they do a lot of films out there too. But yeah, so
Can we see you in the background if we watch the
I
Netflix
haven't,
shows?
they haven't came out yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, when are they coming out? I did a Disney Plus one too, and I'm waiting for that one. And Austin, it's kind of, you just see myself in the background or whatever.
Yeah,
But,
that'd be cool.
yeah. And then maybe,
Family would dig it too. You're like, dude, look at Dad in the back.
The
And then
goal-
you'll start to have a reel. Then you can build your reel with
Exactly,
you in the background
right?
of these movies.
yeah, background reel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. So yeah, maybe one of these days I actually can calm down from my projects and actually try to be an actor or something. But I've always wanted to, But
Yeah.
it's a process.
That is. Okay, little different track. Your Twitter is Hud Beer.
Yeah.
Are you into beer?
Well, I have a brewing certificate. I went to UCSD Extensions for a couple of years and got that program because I was in El Centro and IPAs are flowing and no one's drinking them in El Centro. And I was like, oh, let's open a brewery down here. And so I really got into it. And then, I was working in El Centro and getting off and driving up to San Diego, going to class, driving back, waking up at 6. It was kind of nuts why I was doing that.
How long does that trek take you? Or how long was
about an hour. Well, so I worked in Carlsbad, so it was a couple hours.
Okay.
I've been to Calipatria. I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, out by the Salton Sea plant. I worked in a geothermal plant for Berkshire Hathaway, Cal Energy, and we do a geothermal geothermal plant. So worked out there in the middle of nowhere, and then would go to school like twice a week or whatever, and then finally graduated, got it. I spread it out because I was doing it long distance. And then by the time I got done with it, I'm like, I don't want to make beer anymore. Like I was, you can, but I started making liquor because it's so much better. It's just distillation is just so much fun. So I have a still in my garage or in my my shop.
Nice.
Just a shop. That's it. Yeah, my wife hates it sometimes. She's like, "What are you bringing in the house this time?" It's okay, honey. It's not legal. I promise. It's small scale. It's for farm use only. Yeah.
What are you making with that thing?
I have usually vodkas.
Yeah?
Just vodkas. I don't like the flavor. Just grain alcohol.
Straight up distill and then
Yeah.
Okay.
Just still make it clean, and then sometimes just add a little something to it. But
little flavor or something? Or?
Yeah, a little flavor. But I don't try doing any of the aging or anything. I just like crisp, clean alcohol, man.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because when you make like 90 or 80 proof. Woo! You just put a little cap in. It's fun,
That's
And
awesome.
it's like neat to have like really strong liquor because it's like you just add less. Like so for instance, like a
Drinking
Diet
less.
Coke, right? You're diluting it less, Especially like someone like me drinks a lot. It's half and half for me, so half rum.
Yeah, right.
So now it's like, hey, it doesn't dilute it. It tastes like soda finally. Just kidding.
And then what about, do you brew beer as well? Or have you? Or you
No.
just got your certificate?
Yeah, I was doing the beer, and then I just was more interested in the distillation process because beer is just so much volume.
Yeah.
Just have a lot of volume, and then this was in 2014 or 15 or something like that when I was going to school, and that's when the beer was just everywhere. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really drink IPAs anymore.
No, what are you going for
I
now?
know.
I'm still into IPA. I know this guy's
I
IPAs.
still definitely am. Yeah.
Yeah,
We stayed on that train.
I think I got it was 2 IPAs.
They got thick.
Oh man, it was just everywhere, and I loved them too. It was it's cool. But did I? I don't know. I don't know because like something. Then, Ballast Point started making those heavy ones, and every day I don't know what they put in those things.
It's real grapefruit. They put in grapefruit.
They used to actually.
I know.
And then because I went to beer school, so he told me this secret. He's like, "Yeah, well, we used to." But then because they get them from a farm in LA, and this lady, and then he's like, "Yeah, but don't tell anyone." But now we have to use the other stuff for
Yeah, because now
but
it's mass scale. It's like a little harder to do it
Oh,
once
yeah.
you get that big.
Yeah. I would take brew tours. Like you ever take a brewery tour?
yeah.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Not when you're in school, man. Like, and you taking 2 of them. It's like, all right, way to get, it's like,
Yeah.
and you're trying to learn everything and memorize it all and stuff like that. So yeah, it's funny to be, kind of like bored of brewing, but
So do you drink beer at all anymore, or just your
homemade
liquor?
Not on a typical, I like usually just do liquor though. I think. Yeah.
All right.
Vodka, soda,
Yeah.
whatever.
Simple. Is that your go-to?
That's my go-to. I have vodka tonic usually, but yeah.
Once you start drinking a good amount, you just realize that like it's just the basics you need. You just need whatever you need just so you get through, get through dinner with the wife and not have a fit, just that little bit.
That edge. Get that edge.
The edge. All right. A different note. This is a question that we would ask back in. So it was, Cassidy was telling me before this podcast was living in San Diego. We were North County now. Even before that, we were North County News, strictly news podcast. But we're going to build this. We're going to get Kevin Bacon on. How many degrees of separation are you from Kevin Bacon?
Since
maybe you were in the background,
even
maybe
more.
like 2 degrees.
Well, even more because I'm a vegetarian, so that's even worse. So when it comes to Kevin Bacon, but I can do his exact dance from Fast and Loose.
Footloose.
Man, if you put that song on, I will just be prancing around this room every
Kick it
time.
on.
Yeah.
Everybody cut. Everybody.
Oh yeah, it's actually my favorite sound. It's literally my favorite soundtrack is the
good jam.
It's
Yeah.
really
like
good.
you put that on, you're not you will be in a good mood,
Yeah.
guaranteed. No matter what, if you're in a bad mood, you just be like,
Yeah.
and you'll do this, yeah, right?
I agree. I
Kenny
like a
Loggins.
little Footloose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny Loggins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loggins? Yep.
So good. So yeah, let us know when you are in the background of a Kevin Bacon movie.
Yeah, and just tap him on the
Is
shoulder.
he
be
your
like,
guy or what?
No, it was just a joke. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know why.
It started because he's a musician also, and he plays at the Belly Up in Solana Beach sometimes.
Oh, okay.
And so I remember he was going to be performing with it's just the Kevin Bacon Band, I think is the name of the
Bacon Brothers.
It's the Bacon Brothers?
don't
I think
know.
it's the Kevin Bacon Band. I think it's what it is. And he was going to be performing there. We're like, oh, what are the chances that we could figure out how to get Kevin Bacon on the podcast? And we were just joking, clearly joking. But we've always
How cool though. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's into music. A lot of these you don't see Kevin Bacon. I haven't seen him on a podcast. So a lot of times those guys don't actually mind. Like they like to, let's see what normal people are doing,
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
We'd have to tie him into San Diego somehow. So maybe next time he
Solana
plays at
Beach.
Belly Up. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I was looking through your LinkedIn too. These are just random weird things that I.
All right.
You were sergeant at arms.
Yeah.
At where civil grand juror.
So I was a civil grand juror for Imperial County, California. It was one of those things you get sent to you and like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, sure, why not, and and it was like we had to like do full on cases and actually like go and investigate like civil things within the county, like the prison system or the nursing homes and whatnot, and help find fraud. And so at the time I was sergeant at arms because mainly the people that do that jury system is grand jury is retired, usually people that do it, and they because they have the time and whatnot. And those older people also like to go on really crazy rants and just like not stay focused or just have they're like kids. I think as we get older, we kind of get younger,
Yep.
And so I was sergeant at arms to make everyone keep online and which that's fine. I like the sergeant at arms. It seems so cool. My wife teases me because I always say, "Oh, sergeant at arms." She's like, yeah, "I know." Yeah.
Do you remember sergeant at arms from school?
No, I don't.
I just remember it from like speech class. That was the sergeant at arms, like during speech.
Oh, I didn't do speech.
Oh, it was a San Marcos thing. I don't know. They'd give you everybody had a job. Okay, the person doing the speech, obviously, and then you have sergeant at arms. You have whatever, but they're counting like the oohs, the ums. Like they were the tabulator of those. So you had 7 ums, 13 oohs. That was our sergeant. That just I didn't know it was an actual job. That was cool.
Yeah, it was like just to maintain order.
That's cool.
Okay, and then I got one last question at the end here. But anything else we need to plug? Any other
I don't
stories
really
you want to plug in here?
I should plug stuff, but I got all this stuff out here. I haven't made any money, so if anyone wants to,
Invest.
or if you got any ideas or anything like that, reach out to me. Obviously, Hud Beer at Twitter, tombstone-.com is one of my main websites. That mainly has acting stuff on it, but find me anywhere. Find me on Twitter usually or whatever. But
Reach out to Daisy if you need anything.
yeah.
Oh, I wanted to know what Daisy sounds like.
Anything.
But for you, what is?
Well, it's kind of interesting because at nighttime she'll change her voice on me a little. I don't know why, or if it's a different briefing.
Yeah.
She lets me pick. I could pick as well because it's 11
So you
left.
change it.
Yeah. And then it was funny because the video that she showed me when it popped up, I didn't pick anything, and it was just a lady came up. It was butt ugly lady, but it was just fine. It was lady. It was not. Yeah, okay, ugly's ugly, right? And I was like, but I kind of liked. I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like,
This is a good safe pick.
Yeah.
If your wife walks in.
I think I was like very professional. She was wearing a coat. Yeah.
This is Daisy.
Yeah. I sent also like to some VC investors, just for fun. I like sent them like videos of that, like whole rants from videos for like her asking for like stuff and like that. Yeah, it's neat. It's fun.
Nice.
That's what you do with time.
All right, last question then. So we always tie it into San Diego, right? So a lot of times we bring in our new to do and a do, things new around town to do or a do, but just a spot around town. You've lived here a while, new, old, something you recommend everybody needs to check out. Just kind of like I know I was gonna prompt you before. I forgot to mention like, okay, start thinking about this. Just anything. I mean, it could be a spot, a park, a event, anything.
I'd hate to say this, but it's where people are not. Where they're I mean, honestly, like, because I mean, really, like everything.
There's plenty of those spots.
So many people are here. No, but really, like, if you go somewhere where there's no people in San Diego and you hang out and it's your spot,
so don't give it away.
You can't go there. It is anywhere is really like a special spot, I think, But for me right now, it happens to be just the by our house. There's a area where you can just take a little walk, and it has an open area, so nice view. You see the Coronado Bridge. You see you see everything pretty much, and it's a nice view. And lately, I've been doing that because I'm behind a computer all day, so. I don't really care for views. I don't really understand them that well. I'm like, okay, they're cool, right? And then sunsets, yeah, that's cool. But my brother, who unfortunately passed away about 3 years ago, he lived on the beach his whole life, right? He was a contractor, general contractor. He loved. I mean, he's a burly guy, strong guy. But man, every day when it was sunset, he'd go out there and watch that sunset. And he loved views, loved stuff like that. So that's what I've been taking in now that I didn't ever take in as much when I've always been in books. Every UCSD student studying for MCATs and everything like that. I was just always in. Every once in a while I'd come out of my hole or whatever and go out and stuff like that. But to go out there and see the views, it's just it's a good thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of places in San Diego. You think San Diego is busy. All the main spots. Last year I did a kind of focus on doing a lot of hikes and stuff. So you do all the main hikes, Cowles Mountain, this and that, and. But then you go to the top and you kind of cut off in a few directions. There's nobody out there. You're like, oh yeah, dude, this is great. Like find these little spots, like you said, where there is nobody. You're
hard to find.
Yeah, because you'll find even on the Cowles Mountain or whatever, because I could see it from my house, right? And every night or every other night, you just helicopter.
Saving people down. That didn't.
And then you'll just see like a line of lights, like flashlights, like made it up there way too late or whatever. It's like, what are you doing? And then like there's always someone, and it's like there's just so many people going up. I had a physical there, and it's like and then someone's going by with a boom box or it's loudspeakers, and it's like. That's why, like, go somewhere there's nowhere else.
Find the other ones that those people are not on.
I mean, San Diego is it's beautiful. I mean, it's the weather, everything is just beautiful about San Diego. And you can go anywhere and get the beauty, I think, especially go back a little bit. Like, even out here, it's kind of nice. There's probably spots you just keep going east a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. All right. Anything else, Cass?
No, I don't think so. This was a blast.
Cool. Yeah, this was fun. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. We'll be dropping this. You guys will hear it Thursday. So
awesome.
Thanks for tuning in. Hit us up if you guys need anything. If you guys want to be on, if you got a story here in San Diego, hit us up. Hey at Livin in San Diego. And would love to have some more folks in here. This is great with Hud, and we will catch you guys all next week. Adios.